we have people from all over the world. Remember, we were part of Spain. We got independent from Spain back in 1821.
Okay, so that for the Spanish.
Yeah, exactly. After that, we joined to the Great Colombia. It was a group of nations formed by Simón Bolívar, General Simón Bolívar for Venezuela. So Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru were part of that. Panama were part of this. But when the Great Colombia was dissolved, Colombia became Panama as part of the country for almost 90 years. This time, the U.S. came and built the Panama Canal. Then they moved to Nicaragua because they know that Panama was too big. There's a deep jungle with a lot of diseases. So, U.S. moved to Nicaragua and the French came to build the Panama Canal. They tried to copy the Suez Canal after the success in Egypt with the Suez Canal. So Ferdinand de Lesseps came to Panama. He brought slaves from Africa, right? Work in Panama because he thought that they can face better the climate, the weather in Panama, right? Okay. But when they came here, they found all these diseases. All these people started getting sick. They didn't know what was causing all the diseases, right? So they thought that the herb was the cause of the disease. And that's why they call the disease malaria, because of the bad herb, right? In Spanish, it's mal aire. So that's why they call the disease like that. But they found that was not the herb the cause of the disease. So after that, they thought that the ants were the cause of the disease. And they put like big balls with water under the bed of the sick people. But with that, they increased the mosquitoes. They got more sick people, more people dying, right? More than 20,000 people died during the construction of the Panama Canal with the French company. So after that, they decided to sold the concession to U.S. U.S. came back from Nicaragua, and they tried to negotiate with the Colombian government. But they didn't want to negotiate with U.S. So that's why U.S. helped Panama to get independent from Colombia back in 1903.
Okay.
Right? And 15 days after, we signed the first treaty of the Panama Canal with U.S. That's why we had dollars since always. Because they brought the dollars to support their investment in Panama.
Yes.
Right? Well, we have our national currency, which is Balboa.
Balboa, yeah.
But it's just symbolic. We only have coins. We never had paper money.
Yeah,
right? And all our coins are made in U.S. Right?
Right.
So that's why they're exactly as.
So even though you guys work much closer with the US than you do with Colombia.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. You see, we have one is Panamanian, one is American.
Yeah,
they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
So this one is Balboa, this one is American.
Okay.
They have the same size, they're made with the same material, but one is Panamanian, one is American. They look exactly the same. Right? So with that treaty, U.S. got a huge territory in Panama, 8 kilometers in all directions, all along the 80 kilometers of the Panama Canal. Right? So that's why Panama is so Americanized.
Yeah.
We got all the this influence from U.S. since 1903 to 1999, when they decided to turn back all this territory change. That changed in 1918 to the U.S. territory, fighting for the right to recover all this land. That day, 22 students were killed, right, by militaries, American militaries. Because of that, they started the negotiation of the new treaty that was signed back in 1977. That's the Torrijos-Carter Treaty, right? Since 1977, Panamanians, Americans allowed some Panamanians got into the U.S. territory, so that way they can prepare them to receive the Panama Canal in 2000. That's why we also have some Panamanians that are U.S. citizens because their parents work for the U.S. government. They got all the benefits as a U.S. citizen: salaries, healthcare system, education, everything. Right? So Panama is very diverse because with U.S. we got all these people from all over the world, right? Back then, they made a huge advertising saying that in Panama you can find gold. And if you came to Panama to work during the construction of the Panama Canal and you found gold, you can keep it, right? So that brought people from all over the world, from all the continents. So Panama is a melting pot, right? Cultures, right?
But was that finding gold true? Was that actually true?
We had a lot of gold in Panama, but that's not gold from Panama. We have no mine in Panama.
Yeah.
We had gold in Panama.
Yeah, you go on mining.
Exactly. But remember, we had the Spanish here, that they brought all this gold from South America, and then with U.S., with the Panama Canal Railroad, Also, we got all this gold coming from California to Panama, right? We got to New York. So that's why Panama was well known because of gold, right? With a lot of gold, right? So
That's the bridge over there.
Sorry?
The bridge.
Yeah, that's the Bridge of the Americas. That was built back in 1959 by U.S. Before that, they used to cross by ferry.
Oh, so that bridge was built in 1959 by the Americans.
By the Americans.
And before that, they used to cross
by ferry.
by ferry. Oh, okay.
And now we have a lot of construction going on in Panama. This is for the third line of the metro. And also they're expanding the highway. Right? We have three ports in the Pacific. We have the Balboa port, it's the main port in the Pacific side. Also we have Cocoli, and also we have Corozal. And we have a cruise ship terminal in the Pacific side, and we have another cruise ship terminal in the Atlantic side. So in total we have
Are we going to go to that one of those terminals as well today?
We're going to drive, right? You're going to see it, but we cannot get.
So the Panama flag, does that have any relation to Chile or America? Is there a reason for
No,
that?
because of the colors.
Yeah, because I was wondering if there's any history behind it. Is this why it's...
Well, you know, the red and the blue represent the two political parties that we had back then.
Okay.
Right? Liberal and Conservador. The white color represents peace, and we have to start representing like revolution.
Okay.
So this is the entry of the Panama Canal on the Pacific side. Okay. We have like 30 or 40 ships going through every day. Each one pay between $100,000 up to $1 million. Right?
Can you repeat that for me, please?
Of course. We have like 30 or 40 ships going through the Panama Canal every day. Each one pay between $100,000 up to $1 million. Right? So the Panama Canal produced $5 billion. The 60% of that money is for the maintenance of the Panama Canal, and the 40% goes to the government. We are only 5 million people in the whole country.
So 40% is for the government.
Exactly.
60%.
Why? Because the Panama Canal is an autonomous authority. So that's why, right? They need a lot of money to maintain the Panama Canal, right? Remember, all the workers of the Panama Canal, they still get U.S. salaries because they are protected by the neutral treaty that was signed back in 1977, right? So that's why they get higher salaries than the rest of the people in Panama.
What about the people who they employ? They like will be employed in the future, or ones who got employed like a year ago, 2 years ago? Are they still high paid, or they paid?
How many workers work for the Panama Canal right now? Around 12,000. They are all Panamanians because the Panama Canal cannot employ foreign people. Right?
That's good. That's good. So you
They all have higher salaries because they are protected. They used to work for the U.S. government, so they had all these benefits as a U.S. citizen, right? Salaries, education, healthcare system, everything. So they still get all this, right? That's why a pilot of the Panama Canal, they can earn monthly $35,000, up to $35,000, right? They start earning like $10,000 a month. It's the same with the CEO of the Panama Canal because it's an autonomous authority and they have like a CEO that runs Panama Canal, right? He can get around $25,000 a month, plus some benefits, of course.
And even if you get employed like next week, you will still have that benefit.
Yeah, of course.
And that salary. Okay. So where are they that's the metro? That's the metro?
This is the metro.
Yeah,
This
so
is the
we're
third line of the metro. We have two lines right now. We have the first line that comes from the north side of the city, and we have the second line that comes from the south side of the city, right? That one is connected with the airport.
yeah,
right?
to command, yeah.
Exactly.
Um
And this is the third line that goes to the west side of the country.
so where this going to?
It comes from Panama City. Let's connect Panama City with the west side. It's like the countryside right now.
What's the name of that area?
Arraihan. But we have many places there. We have 10 provinces right now that belong to the West Panama province. That's the name. Right?
I went on the metro to San Miguelito.
San Miguelito.
Yeah, that place. Yeah, I went on the metro there.
That's completely different from downtown, you know? That's like the real Panama. You can see all these little markets.
I went to Don Bosco.
Don Bosco.
I went there.
Yeah, nice. So you get you went to both sides.
Yeah, I get
Because
to see.
Don
I get
Bosco's
to
in
see
the
the
south.
real Panama.
Yeah, that's a real Panama. Yeah, that's a real Panama.
Yeah, 'cause they have a metro station in Don Bosco.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yes. So
Okay. Ready? You want to go back?
yeah.
Okay, now we can go to the Amador Causeway.
How big are the ships?
How big?
Huge.
Thank you. You see that one over there?
Yeah,
Great.
but is it in
Like this size?
Yeah, yeah.
Look on the amount of containers on the ship. So this is the extended metro line. They're extending this metro line. This is going to be the third line. Now they only have line 1 and line 2. Bridge of the Americas.
White. Almost 20 meters. Because now we have all the ships that are bigger and they don't fit in the old locks. So that's why the Panamanian government in 2006 decided to expand the Panama Canal. So they started the expansion of the Panama Canal in 2006 and they finished it 10 years after in 2016. So now we have 5 set of locks in the Panama Canal. We have 3 in the Pacific side, 2 in the Atlantic side. 3 built by US, 2 built by the Panamanian government. In the Pacific side, we have Miraflores and also Pedro Miguel, built by US, and we have Cocoli, built by the Panamanian government. In the Atlantic side, we have Gatun, that was built by US, and we have Agua Clara, built by the Panamanian government. Right? So these new locks are completely different from the old locks. You know how the Panama Canal works?
Not really. Not
Happening
not more
here.
besides transporting the goods. So that's all I know really.
Okay, it's a very simple process, right? It's all natural, it's all by gravity. We have a lake that connects both oceans. The Gatun Lake is a man-made lake that US built 26 meters above the level of the sea. So that's why we need the locks, because the locks serve as like steps. So that way the ship can reach the level of the lake.
Yeah, okay.
But it works by gravity. They use big pipes and they bring water from the lake into the locks. The locks is compounded by chambers. Chambers, yeah, where the ship go into. So that way they can fill or drain the water from the chamber, depending on what they
If
need.
it needs to go, yeah, okay, yeah.
It's all by gravity. So in the old locks, the traditional locks, we can raise or lower the ships 26 meters in 2 steps. In Miraflores, they raise or lower the ship 16 meters because we have 2 chambers, right? In Pedro Miguel, we only have 1 chamber. So they can raise the ship or lower the ship 10 meters. In total, 16 plus 10, 26, right? It's the same in the Atlantic side, but only in 1 step because we have only 1 set of locks in the Atlantic side. And they make the 3 steps in 1 set of locks, right? 8, 8, and 10. Right? Why we have 2 set of locks in the Pacific side? Because we have all these mountains over there. You can see the mountains over there, right? And all these mountains are with volcanic rocks. So it was very difficult for US to deepen all this area. So they used a lot of explosives back then, right? But with all these explosions, we got 2 earthquakes. And that's why they decided to stop with explosions. But now, this area is less deep and it's narrower than the rest of the lake, and only 1 ship can go at a time. That's why they need to build a second set of locks close to to get close to this area, so that way they can reach the level of. Let me show you a picture, so that way you can understand it better. We have one in the Panama Canal, but I want to show you how it works.
mic on the bedside table.
Okay, here I can explain you better. You see? So in this image, you can see the ship coming from the Atlantic side into the Pacific side, right? We have the Gatun Lake in the middle. This lake connects both oceans. This is the Atlantic Ocean, this is Pacific Ocean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. These are the Gatun Lake, the Gatun locks in the Atlantic side. In the Pacific side, we have Pedro Miguel and Miraflores, two set of locks, right?
Yeah.
This lake is 26 meters above the level of the sea. Both oceans have the same level, 0.
Okay.
Right? So, in the Gatun locks, they're gonna raise the ship 26 meters, so that way the ship can reach this level,
Easier.
right?
Yeah.
All by gravity. How? They use big pipes that drain water from the lake into these chambers. So that way,
It's still
by gravity, they can raise the ship. So in the first one, they raise the ship 8 meters in the second one, and 10 meters in the last one. Right? Once the ship reaches the level of the lake, we go 80 kilometers to get to the Pacific side. Once you get to the Pedro Miguel locks, they're gonna lower the ship 10 meters. Right? Then we have this small lake. This is the Miraflores Lake. This lake serves to connect both set of locks, Pedro Miguel and Miraflores. In Miraflores, they're gonna lower the ship 8 meters and 8 meters. That way the ship get to ocean level, right? So it can keep going, right?
So do they know as it gets there? Is it like, okay, no, but
Guys, I forget my mic on my bedside table. Hope you can all hear me well. But I forget my mic on the bedside table. I don't know how I forget it there.
It was built with recycled material.
Alright, so I build with recycled material.
And there we have the cruise ship terminal in the
Can we
Pacific
go
Ocean.
inside of it?
No, you need to pay. The fee is like for 3 people. It's like $10 per people, something like that.
What is inside the museum?
Well, you can get a lot of information about the biodiversity of Panama, like all the animals that we have here along the Panama Canal. There's the cruise ship terminal on the Pacific side. You see that building?
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, the highest toll of the Panama Canal right now is $1.3 million. It was paid by a container ship that was carrying 13,000 containers. And the lowest toll was 36 cents. Was paid by Richard Halliburton that crossed the canal swimming back in 1946.
So he swam across the...
He swam across the canal. Yeah, the tolls in the canal depends on the weight and also the size of the ships, right? So that's why he paid 36 cents, because it was not that heavy as a ship, of course.
So the one that paid the most, where was that coming from? I'm going to. The one that paid the most.
It was coming from US. Our first client is US. The second one is China, right? So we have a lot of ships coming from China to US and back. You know, so. What is there's a lot of money involved in the Panama Canal. A lot of money.
Okay.
And Panama is a small country with
Okay, so
not too many people. You know, we're only 5 million people in the whole country. So we should be better. But of course, we are part of Latin America. You know, we have a lot of corruption, a lot of politicians.
Do you recognize over there, guys, on your right over there?
Mi ranchito?
Yeah, we came here.
That's a good restaurant.
We stayed right behind it. The beach house.
Lift up.
Ah, and
That's where we were staying before.
that's nice. It's a nice area. From there, you can take the ferry to Taboga.
So this.
From
From there, from the beach house.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
We took it.
Ah, we
down
have
there.
because we have two ports here.
Oh,
We
okay.
have that one over there. That one
Oh,
is
so we-
cheaper.
so we could
That one is
walk.
only $18. That one is 25 round trip.
Why is it sketchy?
So this is the second island. This one is Perico, and the third one is Flamenco. This is a very touristic area. We have a lot of locals coming, but more in the evening because it's too hot at this time. And every Sunday they have like a cycling road. We have a lot of people coming for spend time.
So free men.
We have a lot of restaurants too.
Yeah, I'm serving there, bro. Just fill that place. How you doing?
8 kilometers. Here we have the visitor center of the Panama Canal. Alright. So at this time you're gonna see the ship coming from the Atlantic side into the Pacific side. It will be lowering the ship 16 meters in these locks because they already lowered 10 meters in Pedro Miguel. Alright. So this is the Pacific side of the Panama Canal.
The Pacific side.